In this video we're going to be exploring the depths of the jungles of Jerusalem artichoke stalks. How are we doing? I'm Martin from Gardens for Life. So in this video we're going to be harvesting some early Jerusalem artichokes. You can see them in the background here. This is towards the end of October. Normally we'd leave them until most of the foliage or all of the foliage has actually dissipated, or I suppose dried up would be a better term. You can see how most of the foliage has been lost already. Most of the leaves have dropped. And all that happens is they dry up, so the plant takes its energy back and puts it into the ground, into the tubers. And here's some that I prepared earlier. And those are just below the ground, and we're going to dig up some. I said this is only an earlier harvest. Leave your Jerusalem artichokes in the ground until the plants have completely dried up. We've got lots of them, so we're going to do a little early harvest. We've never done it before, so let's see what happens. And we're going to harvest all 5 different varieties as well. If you're interested in perennial vegetables for your own garden, just take a look at our website. I'll leave a link below. We brought the whole brigade today. What did you find there? What did you pick up? Oh, those are Jerusalem artichoke, Aurora Rubin. Aren't they nice? They're getting big now. Where'd you get them? Over there, yeah. We'll go and dig up some of those in a minute. What do you think about having the dogs out here in the garden?
I love it.
Who are you going to be for Halloween?
Bushcraft man.
Oh, very good. What can he do?
Well, he can survive in the woods.
Alright, let's pull up some. Go ahead. Alright. There's one. Oh, you're getting substantial enough. This is kind of towards the edge of the garden bed though, near the path. So the ground is a little bit compacted. Early on in the season they don't really attach very well here. You can see each of these bits here will actually bulk up and form a tuber, just like that. And we're a little bit early in harvesting these, as I said, probably about 3 or 4 weeks too early. But as I say, we'll just do a few of them just to take a look and see how they're developing. That's not too bad. No, not so bad. That took about probably maybe less than 10 minutes to harvest those. Look at this, I just pulled back the plastic from the path here, and just at the edge of the garden bed the Jerusalem artichokes are growing.
In the compost.
Oh yeah. Look at that. It's like finding actual truffles or Easter eggs or something like that. You never know what you might find. And bear in mind that these ones are just at the edge of the garden bed, but they probably are getting more sunlight in this spot here than the ones in the middle of the patch. So they've probably done fairly well here at the edge. These ones are called red fuzzao. You can see they're different from the other ones. I found that once you get later into the winter and they get very big, even 2 or 3 times the size of this one, they can crack. So, let's see if we can find a few in a different spot here. This is our good old friend. 10 points if you can guess what plant this is. You've guessed correctly. Creeping buttercup. Let's see if the harvest will be any different. It's the same variety now. Red Fazal. Soil may be a little deeper here. Well, same sort of harvest. It is still early in the season, as I said, but still not bad at all. You could do an early harvest and then several late harvests all the way until even as late as April, until plants start growing. Well, look at that. There's a meal in that. Not bad. Not a bad old harvest. We've been like 3 seasons harvesting these and still haven't topped up the compost, to be honest. We did start off with about 10 to 12 inches of compost. That's like 25 to 30 centimeters. And we have never topped it up since, but we've only been harvesting tubers since. And all the ones left behind usually just replenish the rootstock completely. At the end of the winter this year now, we're going to do these Jerusalem artichokes a favour and we're going to top up some compost. We're going to throw a couple of inches of compost on top. That's going to help them along quite a bit. But still, the harvests are still excellent now though. I'm sure they would be even 5 or 6 years in the future because we've planted these in places where there is no compost and they did very well. Even after a few years, they just keep multiplying and clumping. So it's the ideal plant to plant at the edge of your garden and you'll always have it there if you want it. These are the Chinese variety of Jerusalem artichokes. They are huge. That must be 3.5 meters tall or 12 feet. And let's try it. Let's have a look. Now all the tubers are left behind in the ground. Now in this little area we got this many tubers. Not bad for an early harvest. These are the Chinese ones. Chinese variety. It's not Chinese artichokes. These are Jerusalem artichoke Chinese. That should do it for now. We're just sending out some early orders. Anyone that ordered only Jerusalem artichokes are going to go out soon now, because this is a good harvest. That's a couple of kilos worth. It only took 3 minutes to actually harvest these, and there's definitely a couple of meals in that. You're not going to believe what I just found. Look at that. There's still some red currants here. Any good?
Yeah.
Is it sour?
Not really.
Pretty good, so. Red currants tend to be sour. So these are the Aurora Reuben, which is the one that flowers the most reliably. Take a look at the flowers up here, way up here. They are tall now. Not quite as tall as the Chinese ones, but these ones usually go to about 12 feet as well, so 3.5 meters. I think we'll have to clear the path here. If only we knew a fella that could bash things away. Hold on, let me get out of the way first. You're using a Jerusalem artichoke stalk to bash Jerusalem artichokes. Oh yeah, we'll clear the path here. And then we'll dig up some of these tubers.
Did you find this place?
Are you gone wet? Where were you? Come here. Come. Alright. You're so wet. They look like a sunflower, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
They're in the Helianthus family. That's the sunflower family, but these ones are tuberous. This is what I mean when I said that the Aurora Reuben is the only variety that doesn't clump, because look at that. It actually grows kind of a rhizome that long, if you want to call it a rhizome. And there's not even any plant nearby. Maybe a couple of feet over this way we have some plants. So they do travel a bit, be aware of that. If you want a clumping variety instead, you got to get any of the other varieties. These ones are a bit smaller than the usual, and we'll dig up some of these now. Now, let's see, what have we got here? Not so easy to dig up here. Might go to a different spot. To the middle of the jungle, you lead the way. No, not that way, the other way. Oh yeah, sea buckthorn and Japanese wineberry can be quite prickly. Oh, where did you find some of those? Here, alright. Jesus, look at the amount of stalks here. There's a lot of stalks here. We don't need that many though. We're just digging up a small tray. So we'll have a look at these ones that we've already chopped. A self-seeded currant bush. Isn't that nice? It probably wasn't getting enough sunlight here among the towering Jerusalem artichokes. But we'll dig it up and plant it elsewhere. See if it's a good variety. The birds would have planted that one. Okay? That's me just pull up one of these fellas. Not so bad, look.
I pulled one up too.
Yeah, nice ones. Part of our garden maintenance strategy is to clear the path while we're harvesting. So this used to be a path in here, and you can see the Jerusalem artichokes have truly taken over the place, and even buried one of our blueberry plants too. So we might dig that up too this winter and plant it somewhere else with more sunlight. Look at that, not too bad. I'm sure there is plenty more tubers in the ground around these plants. A Jerusalem artichoke patch is a great place for children and for dogs to play.
See this?
Yeah. Yes, it's truly a forest of Jerusalem artichokes. And look, in among the Jerusalem artichokes, even though there is not much daylight throughout the year, there's still a bit of perennial garlic growing right there. If you're still watching now, thank you so much, and we will see you the next time. If you're interested in starting your own perennial vegetable garden, or if you're interested in adding some tuberous vegetables to your garden, just take a look at our website. We have some of those available there. Thank you. Bye bye. Come here. No? Good.